There we go. Ladies and gentlemen for the YouTube, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. So, here we are on take 2. So, where was I? Right, apologies for not getting a video out on Sunday, but I was coming back from the dealership on Friday after getting the Evo Type Performance Zumo mount installed and the wiring done on the bike, because she's under warranty, you see, so she's better for the dealership to do it. And apart from that, they could get me in before the trip, so it was absolutely amazing. But however, on the way back, it was that wet and windy, and to be honest with you, I was all over the place with my thoughts. So I got home and I got into the editing suite, and I just thought, what a load of vile rubbish. So I just deleted Sunday's video. I'm not for putting out crap on the channel just for the sake of putting out an episode. So apologies for that, but plenty to get caught up on for sure for this week. So as you could probably tell by the thumbnail, the autumn trip, we are heading to Portugal, the absolutely fantastic wee country of Portugal. So Friday the 29th, which for me is next Friday, but for your good selves it'll be this Friday for Sunday's episode and all that shenanigans. So we drive down to Rosslare here in Ireland, and from there it's a 2-night sailing and that'll get me into Spain on the 1st of October, and that's 8 o'clock in the morning. I think I arrive in Bilbao, or I think it's Bilbao or whatever the hell it's called. So day 1 will be transiting from Bilbao in Spain all the way down through some seriously beautiful countryside into Chaves in northern Portugal. Sunday night in Chaves, and then Monday morning we start our 3-day tour of the Portugal's Route 66, the N2. It's the N2 in Portugal. It's an absolutely beautiful road, so it's seriously looking forward to that. Now here's where here's where I've been racking my brain for the last 4 or 5 days. I wasn't sure what to do when I got to Fargo at the end of the N2, for I wanted to hammer back up for the Deira Estrada, one of the mountain ranges in northern Portugal. But on the other hand, I also wanted to hang a left and come up the Spanish border through a couple of national parks and stuff. So after doing a bit more research, I decided to hang a left and come up through the national parks, because I think it's the Wednesday night. Wednesday night we are staying in an absolutely beautiful mountain village in central Portugal. I mean, it looks amazing, from cathedrals to castles to valleys, twisties, you name it, this place has it. So for me that was a no-brainer. And then on the Friday we'll leave there, and I think it's only 2 or 3 hours on the road for myself, and that'll get us into the Deira Estrada mountain ranges for the Friday. So that'll give me half a day to explore all the mountain twisties and the mountain itself. And then Saturday we'll leave there for I think it's 6 hours on the road back to Bilbao. So all in all, it's a serious epic. It'll be absolutely fantastic. It really will. This will be the first tour for me since I hung up the spurs and left the Air Force. Oh, bear with me, folks. God's sake, it's a seriously windy day. Right, so where was it? Right, equipment. So we have upgraded some equipment just for myself for the tour and the bike and stuff. So as I mentioned, the Evo Type Performance Zuma mount, which I'm going to cover another later date. For I want to do for a couple of thousand kilometres with it before I do it. Also, you'll see that we've got the DJI Action 3 there, and we have the DJI Action 4 here. So I've upgraded a camera. So for the tour itself, I'll have the 4 in the helmet, I'll have the 3 on the mount there, and I'll have the 360 on the pannier mount. So and on top of that, I've got a Canon 1000D to take with me as well, just to try and document, film, and picture the whole trip for as much as I can. So also I've got a rake of batteries and chargers and all that sort of shenanigans, like, you know. So there'll be no camping on this one, even though I will take I'll take my lightweight tent, my mattresses, the blow up mattress, and the sleeping bag. For you don't really want to go travelling without an emergency shelter. So that'll be in one of my panniers. I'll be taking my wee what's it called? My wee Danish cook set, just in case I want to make myself a bit of lunch, or, you know, there's nothing available at the time, like, you know. So I'll have my wee Danish cook set, a couple of bottles of gas, and a wee cool bag just for day-to-day use. So that'll be about the height of it. And then of course I'll have the bag with the clothes and the overnight stuff for the B&Bs and the hotels and that. So this one will be not so much, you know, price-wise it didn't work out too bad, folks. For it was I honestly thought the ferry would be a hell of a lot more than it was. So all in all, I managed to get the return ferry. Of course, you can on the fort, you can book a recliner seat if you're young enough and fit enough and can rough it for a couple of days. I mean, you could get a return sailing from Ireland to Spain for a couple of £100. But of course, me being the buggered old bloke, I had to upgrade to the cabin. So with the cabin there and the cabin back, that put another £180 on it. So, but all in all, I mean, I got the whole shebang for, I think it was just over £400. Now I worked this out, and for me to get a budget ferry to Scotland, or go into Ireland and get a budget ferry into Wales, travel down to the Channel Tunnel, get the cheap tunnel across, drive from the north of Spain the whole way down to Portugal and the whole way back again, would have taken me all in all 3 days one way, and about £500 each way. So, you know, I saved myself £600 on that, and I'll be travelling in relative comfort. And the same on the other side, you know. Like I say, folks, this will be my first long tour. So, yeah, I think I'll make the first one comfortable. Right, bear with me, folks. I want to get around this roundabout and head south. Bit of trail braking on the front there. Not bad, wee learner driver. Not bad at all. Yeah. Good use of the mirrors, good use of the indicator. She'll do well. He says. Oh, there we go. Right, so we're at the hotel front. Give me a sec, folks. Had a bit of fresh air back in the helmet there. So, like I say, where were we? Right, the ferries. Yes, we're transiting across. And again, this is my first. In fact, this is my first tour in close to 15 years. So, I decided not to camp on this one and to knock it down by a couple of days. Only for the reason is I couldn't get into the Euro experience. So rather than hanging about for 12 days and whatnot, and then, you know, I'm wishing now that I found that wee mountain village on the Spanish coast, I wish I had stayed for the whole 12 days. But sure, we can always go back, for it's only a ferry ride away. So that was all that. That's all well and good for now. So what else? I've mentioned the AvoTech performance. I've mentioned the cameras. Oh, we have the new software update for the Triumph as well. It's a suspension software update. It means with a simple push of a button, I can drop the big girl another 20 millimeters, which means in villages and manoeuvring on ferries and whatnot, I can actually flat foot both feet now, which will make I was beginning to get concerned for tippy-toeing on the bike is putting pressure on my back, which was a no-no. But you know, we'll cover that update in another video. For again, I want to do some hard miles on it, or hard villages. But the best about it, now this is the best about it. To activate the suspension upgrade, all I have to do is push and hold the home button for I think it's about 2 seconds, and that's it. After that, the whole thing looks after itself, and it's so you come into your wee village or town or traffic or whatever it is, you push your button, the bike lowers, you come through your traffic in your town, and you bring your bike up to 55 miles an hour. Hang on, folks. God love her. So where was it? Yeah, bring your bike back up to 55 miles an hour, and it's all automated, and the your onboard computer will tell the suspension to get back to normal road mode, and that is it. It's as simple as that there. Unfortunately, the install took 2.5 hours, but that's only because the Wi-Fi at Philips is absolutely crap. I nearly said the answer. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But anywho, so there you go. So that's your good selves all up to date with what's coming up. Like I say, sorry I missed Sunday, but again, folks, I am not putting out crap on the channel just for the sake of putting out crap. For it's neither enjoyable or, I mean, I'm sure the half of you folks out there would watch it in the first place, so no point. So anyway. So that's you all up to date. So, like I say, Sunday she goes in for the final works, which will be local fella here, local mechanic, absolutely lovely fella. He's going to do the brakes and the fluids and give her the final once over, and then the panniers go back on, all the bags go back on, the wee Lone Rider tank bag goes on. All the camera mounts get refitted, and we are ready for the off. Like I say, what else we got? Travel insurance, breakdown cover, all that sort of stuff. That's all taken care of. International insurance is all taken care of. For it's part and parcel of the Triumph insurance anyway. So we're there. All we have to do is load up and go. So that's your good selves all caught up to date with what will be happening in the next 20 weeks. Oh, here. Nearly forgot. So the plan for filming is I'll be on the road for 8 days, so it'll be an 8 episode not documentary, you know what I mean. I'll be doing 8 episodes for it'll be each day will be its own episode. So you know, I wake up, I'll show you the hotel or whatever, and give you some spiel, and then we'll have we'll have the morning on the road, and then we'll have our lunch, and then we'll have the afternoon on the road, and we'll have our destination, and I'll bring you along, and blah 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 blah. Folks, you know the score. You've been watching YouTube for long enough, like, you know. So that is that, all up to date. Right, I'm going to trundle on, and hopefully this audio will work out better than the first attempt. For again, I am having no amount of bother with lavalier mics, so I've reverted back to the good old-fashioned battery-powered one, which has served me well since I started the channel. So it's I'll get some spare batteries, and that'll accompany us to Portugal. Right, so give me a sec. So before I say goodbye, like always, get out, enjoy yourselves, have fun, be safe, and as always, there's no point in asking me, for I'm just that buggered old bloke on the bike. So oh look, now the sun comes out, great. I got rained on coming up, and now the sun comes out. Right, so until the next episode, folks, toodly pips.